2011-12
የዛሬው ቪዲዮ ደግሞ ምን ያህል መጥፎ ሰው እንደሆናችሁ ላሳያችሁ ነው። ራሳችሁ የምትፈትኑበት ቻናል ነው። አሁን እዚህ ጋር ሁለት ምርጫ አላችሁ። የትኛውን ትመርጣላችሁ ነው? ቪዲዮን ነው
fair or undesirable, but something's got to be done. So, get ready and calibrate your moral compass because we've prepared the hardest test ever. It's full of moral dilemmas, and the way you solve them can speak volumes about your personality. After each question, you'll have 10 seconds to mull the situation over and come to a decision. Write down the letter of the answer you choose, A or B, to find out your results at the end of the video. And remember, this is just a quiz and not some session with a professional psychologist or anything.
ስለዚህ እዚህ አሁን ሰምታችሁታል። ሳይኮሎጂስት አይደለም፣ ፕሮፌሽናል አይደለም። መጥፎ ሰው ከሆናችሁ እንዳታለቅሱ። እዚህ በቃ ዝም በሉ።
Number 1, a runaway train.
Okay, ይሄ በእርግጠኝነት በዛ በኩል የሆነ ሰው አለ፣ በዛ በኩል አምስት ሰዎች አሉ። የቱን ትገላለህ ነው መሰለኝ።
Imagine that you're the conductor of a train that you've suddenly lost control of and is about to crash into a group of 5 innocent bystanders totally unaware of their impending doom. They'll definitely be killed by the impact unless you throw a switch that can divert the train to another track. But in this case, it would run over an unsuspecting man who's sleeping on the rails.
ማንን ትገላላችሁ? የተኛውን ሰውዬ የሚያንቀላፋውን ሰውዬ ወይስ አምስቱን ሰዎች?
እኔ እንትን ማለት አልችልም። በጣም አምስቱን በግል ደስ ይለኛል።
ግን ሲሪየስሊ የማንን ትመርጣላችሁ? 3 ሰከንድ ጫፈልቋለሁ። ምን አገባኝ?
Starting off strong, I see. A trolley out of control. A streetcar is out of control and speeding towards a group of 7 people. Okay, sounds familiar. Being on an overhead footbridge, you're not in danger. You see a big, bulky guy standing next to you, and you realize that if you push the man onto the track below the footbridge, it'll stop the trolley. However,
እሺ አሁን በጣም እቺ ይሄን የሚያክችን የምታክል እንደዚህ የምታክል ሴትዮ እንዲመጣ ቆመች ሊባል ፊት ለፊታችሁ ቆይ ነው። አሁን ለምሳሌ ይሄን የሚያክል ሰውዬ መጥቶ እንዲህ ቢቆምና ከዛ እንዲህ ገፍተራችሁ ትጥሉታላችሁ። ምን ማለት ነው? ተገፍተሩ ከወደቀ በኋላስ ምን ይሆናል?
However, the man will surely die. On the other hand, you'll save 7 innocent people. Would you sacrifice 1 life for 7? A, I'd do it without hesitation. B, I just couldn't take a life, even if it meant saving 7.
እኔም ብትሉኝ ይሻላችኋል? እኔን ወፍራም ሰውዬ ወይስ 7 ሰው እንዲጨፍልቃችሁት መሄድ ነው? አሁን እንገፍትሩ መገፍተር አለባችሁ። ቀጣዩ ጥያቄ
Have another right thing to do video.
እያያዛችሁ ስኮር እኔ 2 ጊዜ ኤ ብያለሁ። እናንተም እንዳትረሱ።
Number 3, a judge's dilemma. You are the judge at a trial of a bank robber who is in fact innocent and you know it for sure. But at the moment, the enemies of the accused have kidnapped your 6-year-old daughter. And are demanding that you convict the robber in return for her freedom. You have no idea where they're keeping her, and the police can't figure it out as well. You're a nervous wreck and can't help but think that the kidnappers will or already are abusing your child. Would you convict the innocent man to save your daughter? A, I would never convict an innocent person. I'd try to find another way to save my child. B, in a heartbeat. It's twice as difficult when a child, especially your own, is involved. Which alternative is your heart telling you to pick?
ቢያዙለኒ in a heartbeat እንዴ 6 ዓመት የሆነች ልጅ ነው።
Number 4, your best friend's wedding. You've been invited to your best friend's big day. 2 hours before the ceremony is supposed to start, you notice your friend's future spouse sneaking out of some story look thoroughly disheveled, and you realize that they're having an affair. And here comes the dilemma. If you tell your friend what you found out, their perfect day will be completely ruined. At the same time, how can you allow your friend to marry somebody who's unfaithful? What would you do in such a situation? A. I'd tell my friend about the affair. Everybody deserves to know the truth. B. I wouldn't say anything. After all, my job is to support my friend's new beginnings. Plus, I could be mistaken. It's not a life or death choice. We need a break from those. But it's still a tough one. To make a friend unhappy but aware, or keep them blissfully ignorant. Number 5. Reporting Robin Hood.
ሮቢን ሁድ ማታውቁት የላችሁም ግን ሀብታም እየሰረቀ ወደ ዳ ይሰጣል።
You've witnessed a crime. A man robbed a bank and got away with it. However, he doesn't keep the money for himself. He instead donates it to an orphanage that's on the verge of bankruptcy. After his donation, the orphanage's management can buy clothes, books, medicine, and food for the kids. Well, you know who committed the crime. But you also know that if you go to the police, the money will most likely be returned to the bank and the orphans won't get what they desperately need. So, what do? A. A crime is a crime after all. I'd turn the robber into the police. B. This money was used for a noble purpose. I keep my silence.
B.
Which side will your moral compass take? No one said this would be easy.
Stop it. Get some help.
And it's the toughest one of all. But before we throw it your way, let's check the results of this impossible test. More A's. If you chose more A's than B's, it means that you're a person who has a strict moral code, and you try to stick to your principles no matter what. You tend to thoroughly analyze a situation and choose the option that would be beneficial for more people, even if it wouldn't be for you personally.
Shut the fuck.
Get some help.
More B's. If you chose more B's, you usually make decisions under the influence of your emotions.
Get some help.
You're not very able to act according to commonly accepted moral rules if the situation feels too personal to you.
ቢን የመረጥኩት ስለዚህ ጥሩ ሰው ነኝ እናንተም ብዙ ነው የመረጣችሁት እናንተ ባለጌዎች
Bonus. Who would you save? All right, listen up. Imagine you're standing on the bank of a rushing mountain river during a flood. The rapids are pulling your significant other, your family member, and a briefcase with $5 million in it underwater. Who or what will you... Rapids are pulling your significant other, your family member, and a briefcase with $5 million in it underwater. Who or what will you save? You have only one rescue attempt and 10 seconds to decide what is most important.
ምታውቁት ሰው ሆኖ $5 ሚሊዮን አንስታችሁት ሰውየው ቢተርፍስ ምንድነው የምታደርጉት? አላውቅም እኔ ሰውየው ነው መርጠው የመትረፍ እድሉ ስለበዛ 5 ሚሊዮኑን አልመርጥም በጣም ጥሩ ሰው ነው አቃል
This situation isn't so straightforward. It depends on your relationship with the people who are drowning. Unless we're talking about real soulmates, most people would choose their family member. They are your own flesh and blood. Well, you'll never know where your relationship with your partner will lead. And if you've chosen to save the case full of money, well, something in your life has gone wrong. It's definitely something worth considering. So, do you agree with your results?
ሪዛልታችሁ ላይ አግሪ ታረጋላችሁ ካረጋችሁ እቺ ነገር ንኩልኝ ሰብስክራይብ ንኩልኝ ላይኩን እርገጡትና እስከ ሌላ ቪዲዮስ ካገኛችሁ እዚህ ጋር ወይ ደግሞ እዚህ አካባቢ ምናምን ቪዲዮስ ከሚጥላችኋል ገብታችሁት ሰርግ ላይ እንዳጠሩኝ